In this demo, we will talk about colors of our bars. So, continuing for the same bar chart we were working with, we will work for applying color scales to bar chart. So, for this video, topic is demo. For this demo, topic is applying color scales to bar chart. So, in this demo, we will talk about colors of the bars. And this time we will be making use of slightly advanced functionality. Let's return to data colors card where we will find it for different kind of version of Power BI you may have in different ways. You may have here only. I am having it in the column section. So we expand this card in visualization span towards the content right, and you can see we have slider here which we can on off. Okay, if we put this slider on, we will have individual colors control for each of the bars in our chart. So we can control individually for each bar color from here. You can see that above that toggle control, we have default color which is set to blue. This one we are talking about. So if we look closely, we can see there is a little formula fx next to the default color, and that allows us to specify a dex formula to control the default color. So if I will click on it, so in any case, just scroll down. So first I am closing it, and what I will do, I will just scroll down here, and now I will go back. If I am clicking here reset to default, I will again coming back here. So I will again on this slider, and now we will click on the formula box fx and new pane will open up there. So this is called default color data or format color style. What we will do here, this is fill color, column color icon, or somehow it may be a default color in some other version. So please, my dear friends, don't get confused or don't get disturbed by seeing little bit here and there, because it may be a variation of version to version of the Power BI. So this is here fill color, column colors, and somehow it may be a default color data. So if I'm choosing format style or format by, I'm clicking here gradient. Gradient means color. Now, based on field, I will go to the count of a state. If I will go there, I can have control of various. I can select any of the field I really want. For example, I am here want sales or sales. So by default, it will be a sum of sales because it's a numerical field. Then for summarization, we want to use sum only. Even though we can have average, minimum, maximum, count, uh, standard deviation, variance, median, we should be very familiar to all of these, but we are using here sum only. How should we format empty values or default formatting? So we are using it as 0. We are selecting minimum value, lowest value, and highest value is the maximum value. Now, remember this formatting is by color scale. So you can see in format by at the top left format style. This means we are going to have gradient for the bars, and this gradient is going to range from a specific shade for the lowest value to a different shade for the largest value. Now Let's pick that shade for maximum value. The drop down again, they allow us to max values. So take either the larger or highest value in our data set. We can go with custom value or highest value. So we can have custom value or highest value, but we want here highest value. We even have custom value or lowest value. So what I really want, I just want lowest value with different colors. So what I will do, I will use a color here. I just want dark red for lowest value, and I just have dark green for maximum value. Then we specify the color shade in which we're interested in. So we are keeping our practice so that having low values of sales represented using red shades and a large value represented using green shade. Let's hit OK, and this will show, this has the effects of giving us nicely gradiated coloring in our bar chart. So for California here, the top one, this one, the California over on the extreme left, we are having deep shade of green, and then color scale kicks in as we move towards the right. Lowest value is darker red, and which is not comparative lowest, extreme lowest, which is lighter shade of red. So we can see the focus mode as usual. We enter in the focus mode by clicking on here on the icon of the top right. When the bars become dark shade of red, you can see here is a lighter shade of red, and here you can see it becomes slightly more darker. So now at this point we have a visualization in which we have a state on x-axis and we have sales on y-axis, and we also have color coded bar using sales. So if I effectively want this visualization should contain two data series. Now what we can do, we could first just click on back to report. Now we could series a different data, we could contain a different data series for the color coding, and this would turn in this visualization with information about 3 dimensions instead of 2. See how this is done. Now let's go back into the data colors, and which is in the data visualization pane. Let's again click on the FX, and this is for the default color. And now we will do something interesting. So we are having same format style gradient. We are also having, so now I really want sum of profit. So if I am clicking here sum of profit, and the result of this color of our bars no longer, so if I will do uh, I will apply is, then the result of this color of our bar will no longer have the same information about which we were containing before. So now instead color represent profit here, and heights represented sales. This height represented sales, and this color is talking about the profit. So now we need to focus on the color scale on the top left here. Ranges from -2 5.73K to 76.38K. So, and this tells us now we can interpret the colors in our chart. This gives us some fascinating chart or fascinating insight about profitability of these different estates. We can see that California here. California and New York are in the tallest bar, and there are also the deepest shade of the green. So in these two states, not only the sum of sale is largest, but sum of profit is also maximum. So we have a different picture when we get the third state, which is Texas. We can see the third bar Texas is clearly taller than the fourth bar corresponding to Washington. However, the shade of Texas bar is deep red, while that of Washington is greenish red. And this tells us even though the total sale in Texas is more than sales in Washington, but profits in Washington is quite good. So in this way, we obtain some good information about profitability of different states. So this is a quite decent information. Now these color differences between green and red are very hard to pick up. This is because the tooltip includes the sales, not the profit. So let's go back to the default color by clicking on the FX button. And just check the little checkbox. Add a middle color. And in some version, it may have option of diverging color. So this is the same. So you are wondering why what this does. Now look closely. We will have a third color picker appearing on the center one. And this will have the value between lowest value and middle value. And this will also have the value between center value and maximum value. And let's say we are having value of yellow, orange. We can go on with more colors, and we can have this one color in the middle. And now we hit the OK button. Now in this way we are gaining a wealth of information. How different color bar and how different shades of the color is representing the different thing. So you can see for middle value it is having lighter orange yellow the and the height is represented by sales, and these colors red is for minus value of profit and green is for plus value of profit. So if we go into the focus mode, we can even scroll down from left to right to see the deep and detailed information of three dimensions of any state. The darker the color will tell us information about the number of sales, and the bar is giving information bar height about uh, the sale, and the color represented about the information profit. So this is how we can gain the information by using color scale in a very wealthy way. I hope guys you got what's the point, how we can use color scales in different way for gaining information, for representing information. So our viewer can easily easily can see the information just by looking at the report or looking at the visualization. So this is all about today demo. Okay guys, if you please like my video, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.